Why Upper Sakponba is the most dangerous place to live. In Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. Upper Sakponba, a bustling area in the heart of Benin City, Edo State, is often regarded as one of the most dangerous places to live in the city. Despite its central location and proximity to essential amenities, the area is marred by several factors that make it a challenging place for residents. From crime to infrastructure challenges, Upper Sakponba faces a host of issues that pose serious concerns for those who live there. 1. High crime rate. The most glaring issue in Upper Sakponba is the high incidence of crime. The area has been notorious for armed robbery, theft, and other violent crimes. These criminal activities are often carried out with impunity, and there are frequent reports of gun violence, particularly at night. The lack of adequate policing and the high unemployment rate have contributed to the rise of criminal gangs and the spread of insecurity. Local residents, especially business owners, are often the target of criminal activities, with many having to invest in personal security measures like security guards or surveillance cameras. The prevalence of illegal activities such as drug trafficking and cultism further exacerbates the security situation. Youths in the area, some of whom are involved in these illegal enterprises, are often seen as a major threat to safety. The absence of a strong community policing system and delayed emergency response times by law enforcement agencies have made it difficult to curb the crime wave in the area. 2. Poor infrastructure and road conditions. Another major factor that makes Upper Sakponba dangerous is the deplorable state of its infrastructure. The roads in the area are poorly maintained, often filled with deep potholes that make driving difficult and dangerous. During the rainy season, floodwaters further degrade the roads, making it even harder for emergency services to access the area. The lack of streetlights in many parts of Upper Sakponba, coupled with its narrow roads, creates an environment that encourages criminal activity. Criminals take advantage of the darkness and poorly lit areas to carry out their illegal operations, putting residents at a higher risk. Poor drainage systems also exacerbate the issue of flooding in the area. As a result, residents often have to deal with the threat of waterborne diseases during the rainy season. The stagnant water in the area serves as a breeding ground for mosquitoes, which increase the spread of diseases like malaria. 3. Unregulated housing and overpopulation. Upper Sakponba has witnessed rapid urbanization over the years. The influx of people into the area has led to overcrowding and the development of poorly constructed houses. Many buildings are built without proper permits or adherence to building codes, resulting in structures that are not only unsafe, but also prone to collapse. In many cases, these structures are cramped and lack basic facilities such as adequate ventilation, running water, or proper sanitation. Overpopulation, combined with inadequate housing, has also led to an increase in informal settlements and slums. These areas are often built on unstable land and lack proper waste management systems, which poses a significant public health risk. With limited access to healthcare and other basic services, the residents of these informal communities are more vulnerable to health crises and disasters. 4. Lack of social amenities. While Upper Sakponba has its fair share of markets, shops, and businesses, it lacks essential social amenities such as healthcare facilities, educational institutions, and recreational spaces. The few health centers in the area are overwhelmed with cases, especially during outbreaks of diseases like cholera and malaria. For serious medical cases, residents often have to travel to other parts of Benin City, which is time-consuming and could be life-threatening in emergencies. Similarly, the lack of proper educational facilities means that many children are deprived of quality education, which perpetuates the cycle of poverty and crime in the area. In the absence of recreational spaces or organized community activities, young people in Upper Sakponba are often drawn into gangs and other illicit activities, further contributing to the area's dangerous reputation. 5. Drug abuse and cultism. Drug abuse is a major issue in Upper Sakponba, where young people often resort to substances like cannabis, cocaine, and other illicit drugs as a means of coping with their environment. This has led to a rise in the number of drug-induced violent incidents. Cultism, another form of gang activity, is also prevalent in Upper Sakponba. Young individuals often join cult groups for protection or for status, leading to regular clashes between rival groups. These issues further compound the sense of danger in the area, with residents often living in fear of cult-related violence, which can erupt at any time. The combination of drug abuse and cultism not only puts individuals at risk, but also makes the entire community unsafe. 6. Environmental hazards. In addition to flooding, Upper Sakponba also faces other environmental hazards that make it an unsafe place to live. The area's proximity to industrial zones means that residents are exposed to air and water pollution, which have been linked to various respiratory and skin diseases. Furthermore, the lack of waste management systems has resulted in large piles of refuse accumulating in different parts of the area, further contributing to the unsanitary living conditions. Conclusion: Upper Sakponba, despite being a commercial hub in Benin City, is plagued by a combination of security, infrastructure, and social challenges that make it one of the most dangerous places to live in the city. The high crime rate, poor infrastructure, overcrowding, lack of social amenities, drug abuse, and environmental hazards are just a few of the issues that make life in the area risky and unstable. For any meaningful progress to be made, both the local government and the community must work together to address these concerns. Improved security, better infrastructure, access to healthcare, and educational reforms are essential in transforming Upper Sakponba into a safer and more livable environment for its residents. Until these issues are tackled, the area will continue to hold its reputation as one of the most dangerous places to live in Benin City.